Hello everyone and welcome to the Daily Morning Podcast. So let's discuss how Indian markets closed yesterday. The Indian benchmark indices yesterday closed lower for third session in a row, dragged by sharp sell-off being witnessed across the board, mostly led by PSU banks, metal, realty, PSU companies and pharmaceutical stocks. The benchmark indices Sensex and Nifty were down by 0.52% and 0.62% respectively yesterday. The broader markets witnessed sharp sell-off as mid-cap and small-cap indices dropped between 1.9% to 2%, with deep divergence as the advanced decline ratio was mostly in the favor of declines. Talking about the top 5 gainers and losers of Nifty 50, then top 5 gainers on Nifty 50 were Hindustan Unilever, Tech Mahindra, Nestle India, Britannia and ITC. While top 5 losers were Bajaj Auto, Power Grid, ONGC, IndusInd Bank and Hindalco. On the sectoral performance on BSE FMCG index gained the most, closing up by 1.8%, followed by BSE IT, which was up by 0.6%. And among the losers, BSE Reality Index was down 3.4%, followed by BSE Metal, which was down by 2.3%. After that, BSE Auto and BSE Energy indices were down by 1.7% respectively. BSE Financial Services, BSE Telecommunication and Healthcare Index were also down by more than 1%. Moving on to the overall market breadth, then there were about 1,084 stocks which advanced, while about 2,738 stocks declined yesterday on BSE. There were about 81 stocks that have scaled 52-week highs, including names like CG Power and Industrial Solutions, Godrej Properties, Hindustan Motors, Polycab, Zydus Life, while about 25 stocks made 52-week lows, including Dalmia Bharat, Green Panel Industries, Z Entertainment, etc. On the fund flow side, FIs continue to remain net sellers by net selling to the tune of 3,669 crores, while DIs continued their net buying momentum to the figure of 2,305 crores. Now, taking a look into the global market cues for today, then firstly talking about the US closing, the US benchmark indices overnight have closed largely in green amid renewed expectations that Federal Reserve will cut interest rates this year. So all the three benchmark indices were up by 0.1% each. The earnings season in US so far also has remained good and mostly are stronger than expectations. The Asian markets currently are trading in a mixed note, and hence we could see another day of muted start. However, broader markets may see plenty of action driven by results or stock specific news. Now let's move on to some of the companies which have declared their quarterly earnings yesterday. So Dr. Reddy's Laboratories is one of the companies. The company's revenue has increased 12.6% year-on-year to Rs 7,114 crores. EBITDA has increased 19.4% year-on-year. EBITDA margin has increased to 25.7% from 24.3% in the corresponding quarter of last year. Net profit is also up by 36.4% year-on-year. So overall, decent set of numbers from Dr. Reddy's Laboratories. Pidilite Industries Q4 revenue has gone up 7.9% year-on-year at Rs 2,902 crores. EBITDA has gone up 25.6% year-on-year. EBITDA margin has increased by 280 basis points year-on-year at 19.9%. And net profit has clocked a growth of 6.5% on a year-on-year basis. So overall, positive numbers from Pidilite Industries as well. United Breweries Q4 revenue has increased 17.3% year-on-year. EBITDA is up by 166.3% and net profit is up by 726.2% year-on-year respectively. Margins have gone up 365 basis points year-on-year to 6.7%. So overall strong set of numbers from United Breweries. Kansai Nerolac Paints also declared its numbers. The company's consolidated revenue, EBITDA and PAT has grown 2.1%, 6.5% and 18.8% year-on-year respectively. Gross and EBITDA margins have improved 246 basis points and 42 basis points year-on-year to 34.4% and 10.1% respectively, which was mostly led by correction in the commodity prices. So overall decent numbers. JSW Energy's Q4 revenue has gone up 3.2% year-on-year at Rs 2,756 crores. EBITDA has increased 56.8% year-on-year, while net profit is up by 22.4%. Margin has gone up 1,448 basis points to 42.4% from 27.9% in the corresponding quarter of last year. So positive numbers from JSW Energy. Navin Fluorine's Q4 revenue is down 13.7%. EBITDA is also down by 45.5% and net profit is down by 48.7% on a year-on-year basis. The margin has gone down 1,066 basis points to 18.3% from 28.9% in the March quarter of FY23. So the numbers are quite weak from Navin Fluorine, so the stock may see some negative reaction today. Apart from this, Latent View Analytics has also reported its numbers. The consolidated revenue of the company has increased 3.6% on a quarter-on-quarter basis to rupees 172 crores. Earnings before interest and tax is up by 10.6% and however net profit is down by 2.7% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. The EBIT margin of the company has also increased 140 basis points quarter-on-quarter at 22.1%. So overall decent numbers from Latent View Analytics. Some companies which are going to declare their results today are L&T, Tata Power, Canara Bank, TVS Motor, Hero MotoCorp, Bharat Forge, SKF India, Gujarat State Petronet, Piramal Enterprises, Kalpatru Projects International, Westlife Food World, Godrej Agrovet, Home First Finance, Balaji Amines and Vijay Diagnostic Center. So one can also focus on these stocks today. Now talking about some of the companies which are in focus due to the news. So first one is Patel Engineering. The company and its JV partner has emerged as the lowest bidders for an irrigation project worth rupees 343 crores. The company's share in the irrigation project stands at rupees 120 crores. So overall the development is positive for Patel Engineering in short to medium term. M&M is also in focus as NCLT has approved the merger of Mahindra Heavy Engines, Mahindra Two Wheelers and Tringo.com with M&M. So the reaction can be quite neutral on the stock in short term. Tata Elxsi has collaborated with ARM to accelerate the software-defined vehicle journey of OEMs. So positive for Tata Elxsi. LTI Mindtree and IBM will set up a joint generative AI center of excellence in India. So positive for LTI Mindtree. Dixon Technologies arm Dixon Electro Appliances has entered into a pact with Nokia for the development and manufacturing of telecom products. So positive for Dixon Technologies over medium term. Now on the IPO front, two new IPOs are going to start for bidding today. First one is TBO Tech. The company will offer its shares for bidding today. The price band is set from rupees 875 to rupees 920 per share. The total IPO size is 1,550.8 crores, which is a combination of fresh issue of 400 crore rupees and rest is OFS, that is offer for sale. Another company, Aadhar Housing Finance, will also open its IPO today for bidding. The price band is set from rupees 300 to 315 per share. And the total IPO size is 3,000 crore rupees, which is a combination of fresh issue of rupees 1,000 crores and the rest is offer for sale. Now looking into the some of the bulk deals, then in Cartrade Technologies, Sector Investments Funds PLC and the Sector Global Emerging Markets Fund has bought 2.42 lakh shares, which is 0.51% of the stake at rupees 854.9 per share. In Signity Technologies, Rajasthan Global Securities has bought 1.5 lakh shares, which is 0.54% of the stake at rupees 1,320.79 per share. On the corporate action front, today is the X and the record date for dividend of Laurus Labs. So these are the key market data points to track for today. That's it from today's morning podcast. Thank you everyone for listening.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.